How's it going, my fellow creators? Welcome to Woodpecker Crafts and Builds. I want to show you this new van that I just finished building. It's a Ford Transit mid-roof. Let's check it out. All right, welcome. Let's check it out. Let's give you a quick tour. So this is the Ford Transit. It is a mid-roof Ford Transit. This one came with the RV prep kit. So it already came with a bigger gas tank. It came with 2 swivel seats. So these seats already swivel. I didn't have to add an additional swivel seats to them. It also comes with all the cameras, all the goodies, and all the bells and whistles. So yeah, we added this passenger seat as well. This is the phantom seat. You do have to remove the tank to add this seat on. Most of the time, depends on the van. On this one, we had to remove it. But this seat works great. You just pull the lever, bring it down, pull this lever, bring it down, and then you pull that one to get it up. And there it is. It has seat belts and everything. And then we have this table here, so people could eat across each other if they wanted to, or you could just use your laptop on this one. And I'll show you how that works real quick so you can see what it looks like. So to swivel these chairs, you have to play with them. So I'll swivel it just so you can see how it looks like with the table on there. Yeah, you have to play with it, get it all right, so you get the hang of it. All right, so this table hookup here is similar to the ones that you find in boats and in like yachts and sailboats and stuff. You just attach it on the bottom and twist it. And then you tighten this area right here. And I Velcroed this table on here just to keep it secure. And also keep it hidden while the seat is up. So that you just bring it up. You just attach it on there. And that's it. So this table can be used just with that seat. Or it could just be used with this seat as well when the seat is up. That's why I have this shape the way that I have it. So 2 people could eat on here. And so you could still use this side and you could still use that side by itself. And then to take it off, you just twist it off and bring it up. All right, so I'll put this together and then I'll give you a tour of the rest of the van. All right, now that I was able to put up the table and the chair, let's talk about the sink area, the bed area, and all this area back here. The client wanted to keep this space open to make it look spacious and have a walkthrough. So they could also put bikes in here when they're traveling. That's the reason why I made the bed this way, where it folds out and it lands on top of here, and then another section goes here, and then you lay all the mattresses up. The client also wanted it to be as far as possible or as long as possible up against the wall, so we put these inserts. I also put these windows on both sides, so this insert, we have these inserts on both sides, and it added another, let's say another probably 10 inches. Yeah, maybe 8 to 10 inches total. So the bed works that way. I'll show you the bed in a little bit. Right now, let's talk about, the sink, the storage, all that stuff. As you can see, there's a lot of storage in here. This is the first time that we put the Corian countertop. So I really like the way this looks. It came out really beautiful. It matches the whole design of the van. And I thought it was going to be hard to work with this material, but it was really easy. It's similar to wood. It cuts really similar to wood. So I wanted to keep a minimalist look with it, and still having it look modern and sleek. And I think it came out exactly like that. So we have the Rivati sink on here, and there's also the faucet that pulls out, and you're able to shower outside. There's a total of 12 gallons of water in here. There's three jugs in total, and they're able to just fill it up whenever they need. Right here, there's the bodega fridge. This is, you've probably seen this same fridge on my other videos. I tend to use this one a lot. It's pretty good fridge, and it's at a good price as well. So it has the refrigerator on the bottom and the freezer up top. You're able to do both, or you're able to use the whole thing as one if you want. Over here is just some of the electrical going through, and just a small amount of storage for maybe small items. Over here is the microwave. I've used this microwave on 3 builds so far. It's a great microwave. It heats up the food really fast. I forgot the exact number, but I'll link all this stuff under the description in case you want to take a look at it. I have storage under here as well. This is where the wheel well is, but I was able to fit some storage under here. She's got her electric stove there. There is storage here as well. This is a removable one, and you could adjust that. And same thing here, you could adjust both of these to make it as high as you like. And as far as electrical, we couldn't put electrical on any of these sides of the walls, because this is where the metal of the van's right behind here. Right here, there's that cutout, but here we couldn't fit it here. So I went ahead and put it right there. So this has the 2 AC outlets, 2 USBs and 1 USB-C. When the bed goes over, you close this up, and the bed has a cutout on the bottom of it that fits here perfectly. Upper cabinets, as you can see, there's upper cabinets everywhere. At first we were thinking about making the bed. We're trying to figure out how we're going to get this pathway going, still have enough storage, and still be able to make this bed function. At first we were thinking about making it into a Murphy style bed, or having a lip on it somehow that attached to the wall, but we came up with this design where we just kind of fold it over and have a third one, and that allowed us to do a whole bunch of cabinets up top. So there's a good amount of storage on this van. These cabinets, they all have those locks on it, so they're all locked in. Every cabinet all around is locked in. You push the knob and you bring it up, and then this hinge holds it up, holds it in place. Same thing with the other ones. Same thing with that one. And all the other ones function exactly like this one. Storage, so much storage. All right, so here we have, here we have drawers, big drawers. Another big drawer here. A lot of storage. I'm glad we were able to fit a whole bunch of things in here, like the toilet, the EcoFlow power bank, which I will show you soon, and plenty of storage. Yeah, so storage here, these are removable. You can remove these. You take off of these screws, and then you can remove this if you want to use the whole drawer as one. Right here we have the Gotta Go toilet by Joka. This toilet is really cool. First time I'm installing this one in a van, and it's a very cool toilet. I didn't know about it until the client brought it to me, and it has 3 ways that you could use it. You could use it with liquids like the porta potties. You could use it as a composting toilet, or you could use it as one of those bag toilets where you bag it up and throw it out. It also has an indicator when it's full of solids and full of liquids. So very cool. So this comes out. This is able to come out, and you use it whenever you want. The plan is to bring it out, put it up front when it's time to go to sleep, put the bed down, and you have access to it all night long. Over here is where the EcoFlow is. This is the Delta Pro 3. This is the newest EcoFlow edition at the moment, and it is very good. I believe it's 3,000, close to 4,000 watts. Close to 4,000. I think it's like 3,800. I have to look up the specs, but it's close to 4,000 watts of power, which is very good for what we're planning on using this van for. So over here you have that EcoFlow, which is down here, and you could access everything through your cell phone, through an app. On the app, you could turn it on, you could turn it off, you could turn outlets on and off. You could check the power consumption, what you're using, what is coming in. We have 300 watts of solar, one 200 watt, and two 50 watts. And those are both on separate links. This Delta Pro 3 has 2 ports for solar panels in the back, so you could put 2 separate solar panel arrays on here. So this is very cool. I'm really glad they did that. And it also has the alternator charger. I installed the alternator charger on here. So this Delta Pro charges through the solar panels. It charges through the alternator charger while you're driving. Once you turn on the car, it hits a certain voltage and it turns on and starts charging. It charges at about 800 watts, and then you can charge it with shore power on the outside. So that's how this works. And this van also has a Webasto heater, which is in here. And there's a cutout here to access the front of the EcoFlow. All of the EcoFlow is going to be accessed mostly through the app on the phone, but you could also access it through here if you want. This door right here, look down here for a second. This wall right here comes out, and you have the Webasto behind there. The Webasto's behind there, and that's what's partly what's heating up the van. So that goes through there and comes out right there on that corner. So that's what heats up the van. You also have 2 small storage that I was able to fit right here for smaller items. So this van has the Webasto as heater. It also has an AC. This is the Huntington RecPro AC. Very good AC. It pulls about 900 to 1,000 watts. It has AC and it has heater, but this is too strong to be used with the EcoFlow at all times because it only pulls 4,000 watts. So you use it while you're plugged into shore power. I have plugged it into the EcoFlow and I tested out. You can use it. It says it will run on the fan on the highest setting. It will run for 4 hours, which surprised me. I thought it wouldn't hold out that long, but I think it could be even longer than that. So I'm going to have the client test it out over a period of time and test out I had it on full blast. So on the fan full blast, it said it would last 4 hours. So I'm thinking once the compressor turns off and the room already gets to that temperature, it's probably going to last a lot longer than that. So we're going to test that out, and I'll let you guys know. Let me know whoever is interested in knowing about that information, because you usually don't see people trying to do this, trying to run a full. This is not a 12 volt AC. It's a regular, 110 volt AC, and running it with a Delta Pro. So, all right. So that's pretty much this part of the van. I have the lights here. So both lights are dimmable. I have 6 pucker lights up top. Yeah, 6 pucker lights up top, and I have the LED lights going across. And then I have the 4 AC outlets. All the outlets in here are GFCI outlets. The Webasto remote, and then the AC remote and the Maxxair remote. So we have the Maxxair here as well. So this works as a fan, as a heater, and as a AC. So I'm really impressed with this AC. It's very cool, and it's small. It's a small footprint. All right, so these are also dimmable, and ceiling is we had the ceiling this way so we could save headspace, as well as having it collapsible in case you need to do any maintenance or anything. All of these parts come down, and you're able to see what's behind there. Everything is insulated with thin sillet on all the walls, polyisofoam on the floor, and yeah. And then I'll show you this bed, and then I'll show you the door outside, because we have some cool little storages on the door that I'll show you how that works. So now let's bring out the bed so you can see how this bed works. So this bed, we just Velcro. You have Velcro here just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't fly around everywhere as you're driving. So you remove those. Remove the Velcro. All right, we're gonna have to take it to the side. Probably be best to bring it forward here. I'll bring it forward. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go where you are. Yes, I'll bring it there. I'll just lay this one right here for now. I know. Well, is that gonna work? You wanna stand up and go right here? All right. Yeah, you might want to, okay, stand there, it's fine. All right, so this one goes across. A little bit of work to get this bed going, but it is totally worth it because it transforms the whole van. You know, you transforms the whole van into a whole bunch of space that you have. You flip this one over. Falls exactly right there, and then you bring them. Yep, so this one is that way. Sorry, I know it's hard to film this while I'm doing it here, but bring them over. That one fits. And then you slide the other ones through. Fits. We'll bring this one over here. And then that one slides in the middle. There you go. And you have a bed. The way that I'm going to get up is like this, but I have a step stool on the side that you pull it out when it's time to go to sleep. You put it right here. You'll bring the step stool. I have it in the back. You bring it out. You put it right here, and you could step onto it. But just so you could see what it's like to get on it, that's it right there. Nice. And this is the bed. Yeah, I warned the client about this here. You have to be aware of your headspace here when you're getting up, which could be a problem, you know, hitting your head every now and then, but you know, here it is. You wanted a lot of storage. We got a lot of storage, and let's go. All right, so that's how the bed works. A little bit of work to get it going, but it's well worth it because you have that whole space open when the bed is closed, and then when you open the bed, you have a full-size bed that you can sleep too comfortably in. This is a 6-inch foam memory foam mattress, 6-inch, and yeah. All right, let me show you the back so you can see how the storage works, and you can see the step stool back there as well. Oh, before I go, let me show you this here. This is also something that the client brought to me. These fit on Ford Transit, and it allows you to have a little bit extra storage. Very easy to install. You pull these down, pull those down, and then you slide it in and attach it. At first, I thought you had to take this whole thing out to get it going. I was like, man, this is going to be kind of tough. You have to take the whole thing, but it ended up being, you know, pretty easy to install. So it also has a curtain rod here, so you could attach a curtain if you want. I'm not sure if the client will, but that's there. As far as all of the windows, the client has the magnetic attachments. So I'll show you that when we go out back. So let's go out back and I'll show you the attachment as well as the storage. All right. So here's the back, what the back looks like. And here's that step stool that I was mentioning. You bring it up front when it's time to get on the bed. This is the storage from Van Essential. I thought this was really cool too. It's the first time I installed them. The client brought them to me to install. And yeah, it gives you storage, a little bit more storage room for shoes, power cords, whatever you want to put in there. You attach it with the screws that they provide. So it allows you to also have insulation in the back. So there's thin insulate on the back of the wall as well, or the back of the door. And then there's another one here that has the compartment. You know, very cool. I really like this. You know, you're able to use up this space that you wouldn't use before. Yeah, so that's how it looks back here. This here is so the client could access the step tire or the spare. So they could, because you need to stick a tool here and unwind the spare from the bottom of the car. So that's that. All right, so as far as all over the windows, the client got a whole kit, also from Van Essential, that goes and covers up all of the walls, or the, yeah, I think that one's for this one, or it might be, yeah, it is for this thing. Yeah, so that covers up the, I thought that was cool too. So she got it for all of them, for these two, the little, it comes with a kit for the side windows, for the big passenger window, and the front, the whole front. So I thought that was really cool. All right, everyone, thanks for watching the video. That was a tour of the Ford Transit mid-roof. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you're ready to work on your personal van, if you want to get your van custom built, reach out to me. I'm going to leave my link on the description for my webpage, my phone number. Just reach out to me. I could build your van however you like, and I get it done.